Oh, hey, hey, my people, things they happen for inside this our Beraga industry. Una remember late BIMBO wife to IVD when Kpai 2 years ago, when Blessing CEO una failed relationship therapist carry up for head come dey hawk am for social media say na the woman wan Kpai next she Kpai. Right now, guys, after 2 years of that incident, late BIMBO's best friend who be the eyewitness when he eye reach everything wey happen that very night, how IVD take treat his wife, wetin happen before the RIP demise, how the fire take got flame for inside the house, how they take carry BIMBO from one hospital to another, when Blessing CEO come dey defend the same IVD on the social media space. In life, guys, in life, my people, pray say if your husband go mistakenly get side chick, may no go get the one wey go wish you comot for road make enter. Guys, una remember this same last week when they do suspect challenge. Now we tell you say Blessing CEO he carry IVD book for back of camera come dey tell us say he and IVD they still dey. IVD come talk the way he take nyasha the very first day when he enter his office for hey, my people, women, open your eyes. Know the kind of men when you dey marry, know the kind of people your husband associate with. Blessing CEO carry check, carry joko, consider for front seat because you use more than 1 year to drag late BIMBO for this social media lege like I better pass my neighbor. Even after she don't buy, you say na she wish to buy, now she buy. Guys, una dey watch this video, make sure say you dey share am. Wetin IVD do to late BIMBO? Some men are heartless. Some men are not even worth to be called a husband. If you now watch this video, tears go drop down your eye. Like said that today, like said that today, BIMBO by. Now we know the reason why be say Blessing CEO they rejoice because he finally make way into IVD's life. I stay tuned. This video they a little bit long. Make I not take much of our time. Make we all analyze, enter the same story. We go come back at the end of the video.
Since about 2 years, I've not been more than 2 years.
Watch.
Since your friend, was taken away from us. I know that you were the first on the scene.
Yeah, I was there before it happened.
Before it happened, you were there already in the house.
She called me to come.
Right? Could you tell us about what was happening that she called you?
You know, this thing I didn't want to talk about it because, it's just it brings me trauma and all of that. That day was I'm not the funny thing is when that closed, we see her all the time. Most of the time, I talk to her. What even brought us together was when I wanted to get a car, and then I called her. I was like, okay, I need the car from your husband, because her husband sells cars.
Yeah,
so that was how we started talking.
Yeah.
Once in a while, she'll call me. I'll see some marks on her body, and then I'll ask her questions like, "Are you fine?" Because she was always on plaster on her hands.
Right.
Because she was sick.
Right.
So one fateful day, I was at home. That was I think in the morning, I was planning to cook. So I saw her status. She was posting terrible things.
So it's a WhatsApp status?
Yes, because everybody saw it. She was posting things saying her husband wants to kill her, things like that. That she's tired and all of that. So when I was watching it, I was like, what's going on?
Right.
So I asked her, are you fine?
Yeah.
And then she called me immediately and she was like, can you come with a panebita? Was it a pan? I think she called me to come with someone that does key. People that do key for cars.
Right.
Yes. So I was like, why do you need someone that does key? She said the husband took the keys from the house that she wanted to
leave the house.
Yeah, and come to my place.
Right.
So I was like, okay. I was even panting because the way she was sounding, she was, vibrating. So immediately I was like, okay, just hold on for me. So I left the house, took an Uber that day. I went straight to the house. When I got there, she was even scared. I knocked. I was like, I'm here. She opened the door. And then she said, hope nobody's there. Hope he's not there. I was like, oh, she said her husband. I was like, so is he around? She said, no. I came with the person, I stopped at Ikota Villa, the gate, and brought somebody inside. So when I got inside, she was just talking and saying that her husband did this, her husband did that. Because I know that she's going through a lot, and I know how the husband, she was like, he's not paying school fees for the kids. Like, she needs money, like, she needs the husband to be like a husband, like, pay for things. He's not doing anything. And I was like, okay, let's just start packing, so we'll leave. So she said we should go upstairs and pack some of our things that were remaining. Even when I went upstairs, the doors were not good. All the locks in the doors were bad. Like, they were bad.
Why, the husband had done something to them, or she had done something?
I don't even know. Like, when I went inside, the doors were not, none of the doors had keys. There were like 5 bedrooms, I don't know.
Right.
There were no keys on the door.
Right.
So I was like, what's going on? She said, let me just pack. She was in a hurry. Let's pack, let's leave. I was like, the guy has not fixed the key. He has gone to like bring two. She was like, don't worry. She was like, can you pay for it so that when I'll call my sister, that's, I think I asked her to pay me back once like the guy is done or something. So as I was packing, I heard a noise. Like someone that was coming inside the, you know how Mega Chicken, their house is like smaller gates. They don't have like big gates, just you to your small gates.
Yeah.
So I was like, someone was trying to unlock the gate. So immediately I peeped, I saw the husband and somebody else. I was like, what's going on? She started screaming like, hide, 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 hide. I was like, what's going on? Why, like, what's the problem? She was like, hide, he's coming to kill me, he's coming to kill me. So at that point I was like, Jesus, I don't want to die. You get me? So there were 2 people in the house. The cleaner and somebody else, a guy. I think her brother, we were all upstairs because they joined us to pack. So she was shouting, run, hide, 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 hide. I was like, Jesus, what I said at that moment was, hope I did not come here to die. Because me, I was scared, like, Jesus, I don't want to die. So I was trying to hide, but everywhere was open. The other doors were open. This one was open. I was like, God, please, why did I come here? I was scared. I don't even want to think about that moment, because that moment I felt like I was going to die. So immediately she told me to stay, that she's coming. So immediately she went downstairs. I don't know, I think the cleaner ran down with her. She kept shouting, hide, please don't come outside, don't try to come outside. If you come outside, something will happen to you, he's here. And even when I looked at the window, the way I saw him, I was so scared. Like, he has this scary look. So immediately I stood like close to the window, I was looking. The next thing, I started hearing noises. Then the house girl started shouting, Madam is on fire, Madam is on fire. You know the video that went viral, like the video when she was like, it was me that had those videos. I was the one, there was nobody that could have, you know, if I didn't even say a word, that like something bad would have happened, because nobody even knew what was happening apart from the estate plan. They were scared, they didn't want to say anything. So when I was like, she was like, Madam is on fire, Madam is on fire. I didn't know who started the fire. I didn't know. But I don't think BIMBO would have like done something like that to herself. Like, she wanted to like kill herself. She has killed herself a long time ago. So immediately I looked from, like, I was standing at the staircase, I looked down, I saw her run with full fire on her body. She was wearing a white dress. So everything was burnt. It was just her like breast and her undies. So she ran and jumped inside, because you could see what was happening from the staircase because of the door. It has like glass doors like this. So she jumped inside the water. I mean,
inside which water?
There's a pool at the back.
Pool, right.
So I came down. I was trying to run. I came out of the house. I saw the husband. He just stood like this in front of the gate. He was just looking at me like this. And that was the first time I actually like stood in front of that man. So when I saw him, I was shaking. The next thing I heard was, I ran opposite their house. I went to the next building. So like, because I didn't know what was happening. At that point, I wasn't thinking. So I was like, what's going on? The next thing she was like, peace, call my friend, peace, come down. I need egg, come and pour me egg. Me, like, when I just saw her, she has roasted like her body. Jesus Christ. Her body was, you know how burnt clothes smell? She was burning, like, they were pouring her eggs. I think they brought her already out from the water, because when I went back, I saw her. But even when I passed, I didn't see the husband anywhere near her. He was still like, I don't know what was happening. He was just standing there and looking. The next thing, he walks close to us and he was like, why did you do this to yourself? She was like, I didn't do this to myself. You know, I didn't do this to myself. The next thing, I just told them to bring like duvet so that they could wrap her, because everything on her body was already burnt. Her nipples was already like, everything was just, smoke was just coming out from her body, like, because there was a dress on her. If there was no dress, it would have been worse. So she was like, she was holding me, please don't go, don't run, please, stay with me. So immediately I was like, let's go to the hospital. Why are you people standing? Everybody was just looking at them. So immediately I took her, from the videos that Instagram posted, was when I was sitting at the back seat. At first, he drove. He was driving at first.
Right.
So I took her inside the car. I was like, come on. He wanted to actually run. Yes. He wanted to like leave the scene. He was trying to like, I said, where are you going to?
Right.
Please, let's go with her. That was how we even got into the car. The car was bad.
A mess.
So he put her inside. She was covered with yellow, this thing. What they call it, duvet. So me, I was sitting at the back. I was now holding him like, I can't even remember what I was doing that, but Aisha was recording. The mail, I was like, I don't know what will happen, because me, I'm scared of him too. So mail, I sent it to Instablog.
Right.
Immediately, and I was like, help, something is going on.
Yeah.
So they didn't see the message at first until I got to the hospital. When I got to the hospital with him, he stood outside. I started shouting that they should bring her in. Do you know that woman is so strong that even when she was like in that point, like she was so strong to walk on her own. So she walked inside the hospital. They took her. She just lied down. She told them to take everything off her. Like she's burning. There was still smoke
coming out of her body.
So immediately I stood there. I was like shaking. I was like, in my head, I was like, should I run? Should I go? But I don't want to leave this woman because nobody was here except me and then the man. Yeah. Guess what? When I was coming, I don't know what told me to come outside. Because at first they called the husband to interview. I don't know, they were asking him questions.
Who, the hospital?
Yes, they asked him, because they needed someone to pay. So they're asking him like, now told him, guys, this bond thing is not them that can handle it. That was within the mega month.
Right.
They have to go to this hospital at Thomas Estate. Thomas Estate, yes. There's a hospital in Thomas Estate, Bond Hospital. So I said, you know what? At that point, I left him inside. I went to where she was. She was just screaming, I can't do this anymore. I'm dying. Help me, help me. My husband, all the love I get. She was just saying things, like all the things she said on WhatsApp. She was repeating them. So immediately, I just said I should come outside and just look. I don't know. I just came outside and I saw him trying to start the car and drive off. That was when I started shouting. I told the kid, don't allow that man outside. Don't allow him outside. He's not going anywhere. You want to leave her for me? What will I tell people if anything happens to her? Then he was like, are you and guess what? From the beginning, I saw that man. When we were together, like when we were inside the car, his mouth was just smelling like drink. Like he was, I'm not even, this guy was drunk, like someone that had taken lots of alcohol. Like, so at that point, I was like, this man was drunk. And I was even scared, maybe we stop. Next thing, he was looking at me like, what do you think I'm going to? I need to leave her. She did it to herself. She did it to herself. I was like, so you want to leave your wife that has 5 kids for you, and run? I was like, you're not going anywhere. So I stood in his front. I was like, can you even hold me? I said, you know what? All these things are not necessary. Let's take her to the place he asked us to take us. Doreen, I remember. Right. So immediately we entered the car. When we were leaving, she couldn't walk again, so they carried her on this thing. So they put her at the back. You know, and I told him, you know what? Let me drive. Right. I knew he was drunk, so I was trying to tell him like, don't worry, let me drive. Don't worry, I know. It was like, do you know? I said, yeah, I know how to drive. I have a car. Let me drive. So he got to the back seat. That man is heartless. He got to the back seat. She was lying down like this. And you know, the car was smelling like burnt, like something that was roasted. She was inside, she was like, hey, take me, don't leave me, please, just take me to the hospital. When we got to the road, she kept asking for water. And I was like, she can't take water. That was how I was telling the husband, because she's burnt. According to what I know, you don't give somebody like that water. It was like, he doesn't have cash with him. Then that guy that was in the house, I think he was even following us with a car. Okay. Yes, I think it was later when we were going, I saw him at our back.
Which guy? The guy you came with?
No, the guy that was inside the house. I think their family cousin. I don't know. Okay. So on our way, he kept bringing water. I was like, don't give her much water, because like, you know, she doesn't need water. But at that point, I guess he didn't know, because it's not everybody that knows. So he was giving her water. She was drinking. The next thing, he said, pushing her head. Don't stress me, oh. Don't stress me. I don't like what you're doing. Don't stress me.
That's what he was saying to his wife.
Yes. And she was burning, like she was already burnt. She was like, why are you doing this to me now? Why are you doing this? He was like, oh, I don't like this, so don't be shouting in my ear. Me too, I have my own. I'm stressed. Was that the one that did this to you? She was like, say the truth now. Why did you do this? Why did you? She kept talking. Me in my head, I was like, let me just get to Doreen so I would admit her. When we got to Doreen, this was around like 7:30. I was driving on a one-way because there was traffic. I had to use one way. I drove so rough that day, like, at that point, I was like, anything I want to happen should just happen, because like, I was tired. That was like 7:30. I was like, I don't even know this woman that much. So why am I even like, maybe when we get to Doreen, maybe I called my friend, I was like, I need to leave here. I want to go. Maybe after, as I drop her, I'll just go. So my other phone went off. It was only my Samsung that was with me. So immediately I saw a message from Mr. I was not telling them everything that happened, like, because they already took her in. Before they could even go in, the doctor came out. I was like, this one is more than burn too. I don't think we can admit this one. This is 80 degrees burn. Man, this was 8:30. I was like, what am I going to do? Why did I kept blaming myself, like, why did I come here in the first place? The husband said, where's my phone? I'm looking for my phone. I think I want to go somewhere. I said, let me just calm down. She kept talking. She was still talking. That's how strong she was. He was like, stop shouting. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. She kept on. She was like, please, that's how she was talking. Please don't leave me. Like, please don't leave me. Yay. Just take me to another one. Please don't abandon me. This man, please. I said, Bimbo, me, I'm tired. And I don't know what's going on here. All my clothes, there was a green dress I wore. All her skin was on it because, I was holding her at some point. So I was like, you know what? They now said we should take her to one plastic surgery hospital where they do like plastic surgery that is around, I think it's opposite VGC, that we should take her there. I was like, God, I can't even drive the car. There's no lights. And then the steering, the glass in front is even broken. Like, what if like I can't see anymore and I'm driving in the night? So immediately I saw the other car coming. Like, the guy came inside. That's the brother that was in the house. He brought somebody's car. He was following us. He was like, he's calling the family to come. I think her mother is in Lagos. So immediately they were following me. I drove. They even helped me like open the traffic because the traffic was too much. I went to the hospital. They took her inside. I was waiting. The husband was waiting. We were together. But you know him now, he was just nagging with his drunk self. His shirt was like just complaining and he had an injury on his leg. Like, one rotten injury like that.
Right.
I was even in my head, I was like, why is this guy even like behaving like this? Not like, this is someone that has 5 kids for you.
Yeah. No
matter what, like, you shouldn't even treat it. And he was acting guilty because Bimbo would not just wake up and if she want like kill her, herself or something. So immediately I came out, I was like, you know what? I have a hospital. My hospital is in phase 1. Let's take her to my hospital to admit her. I was like, okay, let's go. But he's tired, like at this point, he doesn't know that he wasn't the one that did it. He wants to leave. I was like, what should I do? I kept asking myself, what should I do? I was shaking. Then there was a video I sent to Instagram where I was inside the car and I was begging, like, people should help, that nobody's admitting her. So people were gathering on my, at first they tagged me, so people were like, too much. They even blew the phone to the point my phone went off. So I couldn't record again from that point. So at this point I was alone with that man. So when we left the hospital, I drove out again. I was still the one driving. He didn't care to drive. I was like, I should keep on driving. When we got to my hospital in phase 1, that's from VGC to phase 1. And you know, God works in mysterious ways. The fuel was low, but the car didn't stop.
Right.
So when we got to the road, like my hospital, we got to my hospital. I called them to come out. They asked me if I have a car. I told them, like, give them my name. From the door, they just said, when they saw inside the car, they said, now we have to go to another military hospital. Okay, I went to another hospital before that. I stopped. That one was closed. Then I got to my hospital. I was making it like 4 hospitals. My hospital is like 5. Yeah, I remember. 5. So they were like, no, this one, just take her away. Take her to military hospital. That's where they can admit this woman. I was like, God, at this point, I just sat down like this. I said, God, my phones are off. I'm here with this man. She kept talking. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. If you leave me, I'll die here. Please don't leave me. So immediately I held her, like I put my hand at the back. I was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. She was like, I won't let anything to happen to you. Even if I want to die, I won't die when you're here. I'll die in the hospital, not here. I won't put you in trouble. Just don't stop driving. One wanted to leave. He was like, give me the key. Give me the key, give me the key. At that point, I wasn't even thinking about anything. He now said he wants to drive her to another hospital. There's an hospital close to me, so I can't remember the hospital. When we got there, that was when the man now told me, like, he doesn't think like she will survive that, but he now referred that same hospital, the military hospital in Kpai, for me. That's making the 6th hospital we went to. That was when he was like, okay, yes. At the hospital, the 6th hospital, he now said that at that point, he wanted to take her home. I was like, you want to take her home? How? I don't understand. He said, if we go to that military hospital, that will be the last hospital we'll go to. I can't do this anymore. He doesn't understand that it's his wife. I was like, I don't know what got into it. I was not teasing. I was not like, oh no, now give me the key now. I know you're drunk. You can't drive. Can't you see yourself? You can't even drive. Look at you. You're staggering. He now said, now give me the key. Now said, but are you driving to the house? I said, don't worry, let's go to the house. We got everywhere was that. This was around 11, the midnight. That's how much we're going. We're going to places, different places, and we're waiting. Because you have to wait for the doctor to tell you can't treat the person.
Yeah.
So it was like 10:30 in the night, I remember. So we're driving towards the middle of one street where everywhere was dark. He now told me, like, he started fighting me. He now hits me from the back because he was at the back seat. So he was trying to push her, like, he's tired. Like, you know what? Stop the car, stop the car. Stop the car. What's wrong with you? I said, hey, there was an hospital went, I remember. I think people, like, could bear witness. He nearly beat me up in that hospital. That was like, I think this hospital in phase 1.
Evercare.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we got to Evercare, I even skipped that part. That was at the point where I kept, like, questioning, like, why do you always want to leave?
Yeah.
Why are you in a hurry to leave? Like, your wife is in this situation. He was like, he was going to give me a dirty slap. If I'm stupid, I'm not even his family member. I don't know her before. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Am I mad? People were even guarding. People had to, like, hold him back because he almost beat me up.
Right.
So, like, already, I was already scared. Like,
Yeah. What will happen to you?
yeah, so what happened to me? So when we got to that dark road, he was like, I should stop driving. I was like, calm down, calm down. Let me get to the express first, because I felt like that was the only place I could be safe. So the next day when we got to, I was now driving towards VI, in between phase 1 to VI. Like, as if you're going to phase 1 and there's a road leading to VI. So that was where he was like, I should calm down and give him the keys. He was like, no, because he held me from the back. So I was scared. I was like, I don't understand. How else do you want me to, like, take her to... It was like, I have to turn back. At that point, it was like, no, I have to turn back. Like, I have to go back to the house. I was like, okay, if we go back to the house, there's no doctor. He was like, no, let's take her back. He's his wife, let's take her back. She was like, don't take me back. You take me back, I'm going to die. She kept screaming. Like, next thing, she kept shouting, just drive, don't listen to him. He said if I don't stop, he was going to, like, punch me. So what I did was, I told him to calm down so that I could come and... Drive. So I turned back and I looked at her. You know, she was in agony. She was in pain. Like, you need to have seen, I don't wish my enemies, like, that sight, like, how she was looking at that point. So when I turned, she was like, just drive. Don't listen to him. Drive to the mainland. So I don't know anywhere on the mainland. I don't go to the mainland like that. The only place I know is Ikeja. And even Ikeja is daytime. I don't know. She was like, drive. Don't listen to him. He said, if he comes out, let me not give him the key, then I'll see how crazy he is. I said, you can come down. Immediately he came down. Immediately he put out his... He actually came out with, like, one slippers because he was looking for his slides before he came down. So immediately he came down because I knew he wanted to, like, take the key and take her home. I knew she was in pain. Me, like, zoomed off.
Right.
And I think he was even wearing one slippers because the slipper was inside the car when I got there. So I kept zooming off. I zoomed off, and then when we got to, like, in front of Kilo, she was like, I should stop. Like, she needs to
catch her breath.
Like, she's not okay. Like, she's going. I was like, calm down. I didn't have a phone to call anybody. I was so scared. But I still knew somebody was following us, but I think he lost track of us because I couldn't find him anymore. So I was like, God, what am I going to do? Everywhere is dark. It was like 2 in the midnight.
Right.
So I kept driving. I continued the journey. Drove to Third Milan Bridge. I was like, God, I couldn't see. I didn't even know I got to Third Milan Bridge. I was scared. I don't even think I've driven on Third Milan more than twice. I was like very, very scared. She kept telling me, don't worry, I won't die. Even if I would die, I won't die on you. Just keep going. I said, Bimbo, please. My family, I don't have anybody. My dad is dead. I don't know if you die on me, what will I tell people? They will hold me accountable because I'm the only person inside this car. She was like, keep driving, please, keep driving. So I was like, where am I going? She was like, let's go to Bagada Hospital. Like, that's where the Bond Hospital is. We got to Bagada because I was using, I think on my way, I was like seeing when we got, like, came down from the beach, I was seeing the landmark and stuff like that. So I was asking people, some people on the way, I was like, please, do you know where is Bagada? They kept pointing. So immediately, I got to a very dark place. I saw some boys. They were like, what's going on? I was like, please, I'm looking for Bagada Hospital. They kept telling me to go. Guess what? Immediately I got to, like, the gate of the hospital. That was when the fuel stopped.
Right.
That was when the fuel stopped.
Right.
So when we got there, she was like, she needed, like, they should come and help her. When the doctors at first saw her, they didn't even want to bring her out of the car. I kept begging, like, please, help us, like, help us. I want to charge my phone. I need to tell people, like, I'm here because I'm not even safe. And at that point, I was asking myself, like, what if she had, like, died on her way?
Yeah.
The husband would have, like, twisted the story, like, maybe he was telling me to go to Spain, I refused, and then I told him to come down, stuff like that. And I was like, please, you guys should like give her oxygen or something, because she was already like going from there. So immediately took her from the car and then kept her on the bed. They didn't attend to her for like some minutes. And then later on, he came and started wrapping her with bandage. She was screaming. I've never heard someone scream that loud. It's as if all the pain she was with, and she was very, very strong, like I said. She was screaming. She was shouting. She kept calling my name. That was what was even pissed. It got to a point I was like, stop calling my name. Why are you calling my name now? Call your husband. Like, stop calling my name. She kept screaming, peace. Then she started calling her children too. The next thing, I charged my phone and I went on. Her sister called. I think I saw missed calls. So immediately on the phone, her sister called me.
Right.
And I was like, who is this? She was like, this is her sister. I said,
this is Folashade?
Yes,
right.
Folashade.
Yeah.
So she was like, where's her sister? She was worried.
Yeah.
And next, immediately I turned my back. I saw her family, the mother, and then I don't even know how they got there. Maybe from the internet, because I already like posted a few minutes I was there.
Right.
So the family, they were the only people that came. The husband didn't call. Nobody, he didn't even call. I think he ran from there because obviously he didn't want to tell anybody anything. So after a while, they, started treating her. She was crying in pain. So at that point, her mother was crying also because her family came, her brother, her mother, her sister was not around. Her sister was not in the country, so her sister could not make it. She was just calling me because I had to pay some bills. So she was like, if there's anything I need, I should let her know.
Right.
So that was how I told myself, okay, I slept there. I think I slept in the car and waited. In the morning, they had to transfer her from there. The hospital guy was saying she's not going to survive it. He doesn't think she's going to survive it. Like she's not going to. So I think at first she was telling the policeman about, like, this was what her husband did. And her husband told her to tell people she was the one that burnt herself, something like that. And then they were laughing like she's crazy. I was like, she's not crazy. She's telling you what happened because I was there. So don't tell me she's crazy.
You were laughing while she was in pain?
Yes, the policeman she was like explaining to, they didn't even take her serious. They were like, all these women, all these toxic women. And then I ran outside, I went to meet the policeman. Why are you talking like you don't even know what happened? You went there. The guy was like, but didn't she say that it was her husband? Now she's saying it's her. I was like, she's not even okay. Like, she doesn't know what she's saying. Well, me, I know Bimbo will not do that kind of a thing to her. So immediately her family was already there. People were asking me questions, what's going on. And then I started seeing threatening messages. In that same hospital I was. I started seeing messages like, if you don't leave, we'll find you. Just like that. So immediately I went to Insta because Insta already posted it. I started begging, because the chats on my phone, I started begging them to delete my name from the tag. They kept saying like they don't tag people. Like when they tag you, I was begging them because I was scared. Some people were sending me message like, don't worry, my turn is coming. I was like, Jesus. So immediately I couldn't get a cab, so I had to sleep in the hospital till morning. And that was how I left the hospital from. But I came visiting her once in a while. I came to see her until one day they called me like she was gone. So it was such.
Thank you for sharing.
Having to drive like till midnight. Like I had to drive, bringing out my head to the side because I couldn't look at the screen. So I was driving with the side till we got to Bagada. That's how. Imagine if I couldn't drive. Yeah. It should have been another story. Like.
Were you part of the case in court? Were you a witness or?
I wouldn't say a witness. I don't know. I had to give my story because even if you're a neighbor or something, you have to still write what you, because there are a lot of people that actually like wrote their parts. I just said what I saw exactly. So I wasn't lying. So I said exactly what I'm saying now.
Yeah. And what's the status of the case now?
The thing is, I need her to get justice because I don't think she's even getting justice anytime soon. Because they're not even looking. I don't know what's going on with court because I think according to sister, she has been, because the family has been the people that has been helping, especially the sister. I imagine like taking care of her kid and like 5 children at the same time. It's not easy. Like I don't even think the husband is like doing anything. All those things. Do you know the funny part? After she was still in the hospital, this man kept posting fine pictures on Instagram. Like he came online and started posting pictures, and I was like, what kind of a demon is this? Because like it doesn't matter. This woman has been with you almost half of your life. Like
I think they were married 16 years.
I think so. Like no conscience.
So he's out of custody now, I'm assuming.
I don't know if he's there, but I don't think he's out of. I think he's out because I've seen him like once or twice. But I'm still scared. I'm scared.
Thank you for sharing. So something you said, I mean, obviously before that day, you said anytime you see her, there'll be like marks on her body.
Yeah, because she's always posting. I have some pictures of her where she was like on drip, you know, like.
So there had at least been domestic violence.
Yes,
even
and I don't know
before
how
this
true
thing.
the story is, but there were videos of her when she was saying, I saw videos of her when she was always telling her family that she is like treating her some kind of way and is giving her drugs, you know, doing drugs and stuff like that. But I asked her questions. You know, she kept telling me like, don't worry, everything will be fine. Like, because she's always an happy person. Even, funny enough, that day she called me, the morning, that same morning, before that thing happened, she already did like TikTok, because she likes TikTok a lot. She's always like, she's a very happy person. So anytime you see her, she likes gossiping. So like, she's always telling me about this one, this one. She can talk. So every time I'll just listen to her, and then she's always happy, you know. I've never seen him happy before. I've never, you know. She's a very happy person.
You've
That's
never
what I know.
seen him happy before.
Yeah, because that day I went to the hospital. He didn't even like, even when I got to his car shop, he didn't even like, he wasn't like smiling. He was just like, Because she told, you know, what even brought us together more was, I used to suffer with severe migraine. Because I wear glasses. I used to suffer with serious, that was how I started going to Premier.
Right.
Because of my migraine. I went for MRI. So I told her to come to my hospital so they can be giving her drugs. Her migraine is worse than mine. You understand? So we're almost alike. Because when she's suffering a migraine, she doesn't like light. She likes quiet, and the same thing like me. So it was like, we're just bonding because of the migraines and stuff like that. That's how we like bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you say you don't think that justice is being done in this matter now?
No, because our family is spending money and nothing is, I'm not seeing him behind, I'm not seeing anything. See, let's assume, like, okay, at that point, you push that woman to depression. There are lots of times where this woman will come online and call you out. She has called you out first time, 2021. She has called you out. Her sister has called you out and said you've been hitting her and doing stuff like, why you know? Because when I got inside the house, when I saw her at first, she was complaining. I saw her live. Like, when I got inside, she was okay. She was just shouting. My husband is trying to, like, he's beating me. Look at my body. I'm tired. Oh, he's just giving me infections. He sleeps with different guys. Like, she was just complaining. You know, nobody's perfect. But at the same time, with what I saw, even though, if it was nice at that point where we were going to the hospital, I said, okay, maybe I wouldn't be able to say anything. But at that point, I saw what he did. Like, he was about to take her back to the house. Someone that was almost dying. He wanted to take her back. To do what?
Yeah.
To do what exactly? Is it like to let her die in the house? I don't even understand why he wanted to take her home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Based on all you saw with this and the things that you witnessed, I mean, if there is a woman that is in this situation, what would you advise?
The thing is, when you're not in people's shoes, I always tell my friends, because there are a lot of people that are just bimbo. I was having a conversation with my friend. She told me she would have left now. I can't judge. Because when somebody is in love and when they are very religious, you can't advise them. Those two people, you can't advise those kind of people. So, like, you don't know, like, I'm not in a marriage. I wish it was me. Maybe I would have left. But I wouldn't know because I'm not in her shoe.
Yeah.
But I feel like once a man hits you first, like the first time, he's going to hit you again. So you just have to leave. Because if she had left that time when her sister, because some people said her family was not helping, but when I saw messages like her family was, like they even booked flights, our whole family, they booked like each. So like send her to Abuja and she wasn't going.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we beg her, there was a video he made, he was like, please honey, come back, I miss you. And then she came back again. And you know, love is just, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't judge a person until you walk in their
Yeah,
shoes.
because I've been in love and
Yeah.
you know, I've done stupid things, so I can understand.
Thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing this story.
Yeah.
And thank you for, as you said, at least the part you played in letting her story be shared with the world. Because without your narrative,
nobody will even like.
there would
know
only
what
be
happened.
one narrative out there.
Like
You
he
know?
got to the house and then she
Yeah.
burned herself and then she died in the house. Like,
Yes.
something like that.
Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I deal with it because sometimes when I'm in the house and because I live alone, when I'm in the house, sometimes just like I just see her sitting down, I just be like, Bimbo, leave me now. You know, that kind of thing. It's just strange because when I'm alone, I go through my feelings.
So even now, like you feel like
Every
you
time.
see her. Right?
Every time.
Oh, wow.
Every time.
I mean, I can imagine because this thing you just described is a harrowing experience. This is a person.
Because I can still hear her voice. That same thing she keeps saying, like, don't leave me, don't leave me. She kept begging me, don't leave me, please. And she was so strong. I don't know. Some other person would have died. I don't know why she was so strong to that point that she got to the hospital. I feel like she even got to the hospital and died because she didn't want me to get in trouble. So, like, at that point, I was like, let me just take a test. I wasn't thinking. I think I was stupid because normal day I won't even do that. Like, why am I helping this person? You know, I don't know. It's just, it traumatizes me every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Sometimes I watch her videos, you know, I don't know. It's just scary. Very scary. Very, very scary. And even our friends that we had before me, our close friends, were not even supporting her. They came out, some of them came out, were saying, like, I don't know if the man paid them or something. They kept saying different things. So it was like his award against, like our family was against the man.
Yeah.
So I was telling them, like, nobody cared.
Yes.
It was just me that was there. Nobody. Even the neighbors, everybody just, once the situation, they just went to their houses. They didn't even care.
Wow.
They didn't even call the police, nothing. They didn't call the police. Nobody called the police.
Yeah.
So imagine driving from 5:30 to 2 in the
2
midnight.
a.m.
It's scary. Even when the doctor saw me, the man was looking at me like, are you the only person in the car? I was like, yes. Like, I don't wish it to happen to my enemy.
I'm so sorry.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry.
God.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you.
Yeah.